I'm Robert Bell, and we're here at the 2013 NAB show talking with thought leaders in media contribution and distribution about some of the most important trends shaping the industry, from technology shifts to changing viewer expectations. And here's what one of them had to say about the most important changes taking place today.
All the new medium by which people are watching content is going to mean that we are going to see, as ETL systems, a huge amount of content being delivered to many more locations. So for us, as a manufacturer of RF distribution equipment, we're going to see larger splitters of better quality, and they're going to distribute that content to many more platforms, whether it's via IP, cable, onto satellite or via fiber. For us, the end customer watching it on a mobile phone, as I saw in Hong Kong the other day, and they were all glued to their screens, is good business for us because teleports have to get that signal to them in good quality very quickly. I think the two key trends that we're seeing at the moment are in the number of satellite launches. So we're responding to our customers in teleports to be able to handle the number of new signals. The other key trend as well is obviously something that we've all been talking about, which is an improvement in bandwidth, the amount of channels that we can actually put on each carrier. So again, ETL has to respond to that because we have to distribute those many more signals coming from a carrier to our customers' demodulators, which are then created into programs for the public around the world. I think the priorities actually have remained pretty much the same. Satellite requires resilience and it requires reliability. So ETL, which sells matrices around the world to the world's leading teleports, we are seeing them require reliability. And I don't think that has changed at all. They want equipment that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and will work for at least 10 years so that they get their money's worth when they're investing in RF distribution, to be able to bring that content down from satellite and put it out reliably onto people's TVs or, as you say, handhelds. And there are many stories that I've heard over the years about when patch panels have failed, splitters have failed, and equipment down the RF chain has failed, and suddenly TV events and news and even sports channels suddenly aren't available to millions of people. And that's the sort of thing that we worry about and probably keeps me awake at night, knowing how many people rely on our equipment. I think that question was answered during the WTA Awards by the head of New Tech, who was told 10 years ago that fiber would see the end of satellite, and he's found even 10 years later that hasn't happened. And so in his answer to his question, satellite is still around, and it's around because it's a reliable medium. It's one that can get everywhere and anywhere very quickly, not just for news and sports gathering, but because it's able to deliver on time and from whichever location. So satellite launches and the ability to make satellites cheaper is probably going to be the biggest change. For us, we are seeing ever-growing distribution downlinks. So we're being asked to make larger RF L-band matrices, larger splitters, larger amplifiers. So we're just responding to the growth in satellite technology. And we wouldn't have doubled as a company if the satellite industry really was not a healthy place to be in at the moment. I think it's going to be pretty similar to the questions that you just asked me. I think reliability is still the bedrock of what we've got to produce as an RF distribution company. I think we're still going to see the growth in compression, so we've heard already, I've seen on the harmonic stand, the growth of MPEG-5, so we're going to see many more channels on each carrier. And as a result of that, we're going to have to see much more reliable distribution of those carriers to all the platforms. So teleports, we're going to have to be looking at many more satellites in the sky, and there are going to be many more carriers coming down from each of those transponders. So for ETL systems, we're just going to respond to that in the reliable way that we've been doing for a number of years.